Welcome back to my channel. This is just an extra read for the month of September, and this will be for Libra. So again, general energy. You're not all making decisions on a Monday. You're not all working through all of your problems or difficulties or challenges in a week's time or finishing up on a Monday. So again, take it as it resonates, but I feel this energy is going to be something that you're kind of working through over a period of time. So what I'm seeing here is it's coming out with a Libra energy right off the bat. So Queen of Air is basically indicating, that Libra energy where you're really in a space of accepting responsibility for things, being very direct in the way that you communicate. I feel like you're not being especially emotional at this time in the month of September. It's almost a feeling of putting some distance between you and others, or tending toward being more introspective, looking for ways to it's not, I mean, to the far extreme, it would be a card of unfeeling and that kind of thing, and possible, other negatives. But I don't want to go in that direction, because all the cards surrounding it, except for a little bit of a trickle of something else, came in here. But for the most part, everything is coming in with you being really strongly focused on everything that deals with kind of family or your surroundings, anything that deals with your security. So the fact is we are looking at, with this card, there could also be a sense that you're also, I don't want to say directly at odds with the family, but you're certainly, there's a little bit of distance there. But you're still in that space of trying to figure it all out. You're still in that space of trying to work with how to bring about financial security and things that relate around your family. I do feel like, this is the clarifier, I do feel like you are going to be in that space where you're actually creating long-term wealth, legacy money, things of ultimate proportion because of that 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Earth. And it definitely speaks to, very significant money coming in. This is more the clarifier, though, to this original energy. So the energy with this one can be still a little bit of difficulty or sadness around something. Again, still indicating that it's around the family unit or something around your security. Something is just kind of bringing you down to a certain extent. But again, it's not that, I feel like you're in any far extreme on that. It feels like you're still able to, there's a little bit of, like I said, challenge or pain or loss or something there, something that's kind of bringing you down or distance around the family situation or around the money. But again, the overall long-term bigger outlook picture does indicate that you are definitely moving into a space where things are going to be quite significant further out. So again, when we get to the 10 of Pentacles, 10 is the final card out, and it does mean that you're going to be honoring family. It does mean that you're going to be focusing on family. It does mean that you could be passing on other knowledge as well, not just on the one specific level, but it's a card of overall, so it's more of an abundant energy, overall energy. So again, this is still around a sense of completion. Sorry guys, next card out is the Page. So the Page is, now you could be dealing with somebody who is, this is an air sign, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're dealing with an air sign. This does indicate that it can be a younger person here as well. Somebody could be Cancer, water, energy. But the fact that it is an air, a water sign here, sorry, air sign, does, actually no, that's the water sign. Sorry, it's a different deck here. So it takes me a second to kind of focus on it. But even with the Page, that's a good sign, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Anything that deals with a Page means there's something newsworthy, something that's coming in, some kind of communication, or some kind of hopeful scenario here. But I do feel like you could be dealing with a water sign here as well, like I said, because this seems to be sort of a moody energy, and it is followed up by a little bit of confrontation. This is where I saw that in this particular read, where there's a little bit of challenge. So there could be something here where there is still a little bit of angst or tension or something here in around a situation. But again, it's going to be more than that. So, I mean, if you're dealing with somebody who is a water sign, just know that there is something here about feeling that there's a little bit to pay attention to as far as what message they're sending to you. So again, there's something here that could be a little bit of a challenging energy, where somebody feels like they are having to defend themselves in some way. There's kind of an emotional risk where they feel like they're being exposed in some way. Something unnecessarily spoken is taken the wrong way. It's things of that nature. So just pay attention to the messages that you're receiving here. This is still a card of being very intuitive as well, though, but it's not a card of, don't take any emotional risk. I would say right at this point, normally that is a card where you could, but because of the one that it's followed up with, I would just say, it's something here where you just want to be a little bit more careful about what you communicate or how you say something, because there could be someone else again who could take something the wrong way that's in around a younger water sign here. But there's still just a little bit of tension there. So whether this is on the work front, whether this is on the home front, although I did see the home front out here, but this is representing in around the work front, so this could really be relevant here as well. The fact that we're dealing with the Eight of Earth, this is still a very strong card of making some changes, though. Again, this is clarifier to that the defensive sort of in around, again, can be for some around the work front with a younger person, water sign, doesn't have to be, but just they could be representing that way, where they're just a little bit moody that day, and this is the person you're going to have this reaction to. Or they'll have a reaction to you. But there is something here where there's still a level of wanting to learn. There's still something about trying to create, mastery, or trying to develop mastery in a particular area. So there's something here where, again, it's represented around the work area where there's still a lot more research or something here. There is possible distractions here that are coming in where I do see this bit of challenge here. Whatever those distractions are, I just feel like you can overcome this, obviously, because this is moving it to the next level. There's something here about wanting to even take courses, or maybe it's something about a seminar, or something about wanting to create, or you will be getting some kind of a recognition over time. I don't feel like you're in that space right now. No Six of Wands here, just the Eight of Pentacles, but it is something I feel that you can be proud of, that you might get some recognition from over time. So again, the additional meaning is that you're definitely wanting to learn something in this space. And sorry guys, didn't mean to pause there too long there. So anyway, then we get into the twos. Now the twos are usually about trying to make a decision about something. So there's something here. This is a fire energy. So it does mean that something can be moving fairly rapidly, but it's also moving to the next step. So something around possibly partnering up with others in regards to your dreams and expanding your plans, but you're continuing to move forward for sure. So there's definitely something you're still working on, that you're starting to see a little bit more of where it's going, and this is definitely creating a lot more balance for you. So I feel like you continue to work on whatever it is that you're doing, but it is a card of knowing that you can dream big because you've taken on a lot of the finer points with that Eight of Pentacles. There's still a lot to be worked on, even in terms of that relationship with the younger person with the water energy. I would still say that is still being worked on, but it's kind of moving up to another level. In terms of work situation, I feel like you're about to expand your efforts up to the next level. So there's something here about taking a close look at the things that you are, because you're allowing yourself to dream bigger here, because there's so much controlled progress, but it's almost like things get a little bit more expedited. Could be in around a creative project as well because of that too. Lots of cards with balance, especially with the Four of fire coming out here, and again, basically it's a Four of Wands energy, so it can be around home front, but there's definitely something to celebrate. There's something that's going, these are clarifiers, but there's something further out that you're going to be able to celebrate, and there's a lot to be, a lot of peace and prosperity that's coming to you, definitely in your personal life. So again, this really speaks to your financial security, your contentment, definitely in around joyful situations, can be marriage, can be connections. But I would say overall, it's around your stability, and certainly it does speak to, bringing things into your life where you're actually feeling a lot more content. It does seem to be around the home front, and it's definitely an accomplishment and something you can take pride in. So there's a lot coming through for you in the month of September. Not quite in the energy of all of it, but again, further out, you also have the Chariot. That's a very aggressive energy. It's not the main energy out. Still clarifier. depends on how quickly you work through all of this before you get to each of these stages. But I do feel with that Wands energy, it's almost like it expedites things, especially when you get to the Chariot. So Chariot is the card of success. It is the card of high ambition, strength, you know, somebody who's really making a difference in the world. It definitely speaks to kind of taking taking control of one's destiny. But it definitely is a card of success, and it's not quite at that stage yet, but you're almost in the energy of making your dreams come true. And I definitely feel like it is work related in this particular area here because of the willpower, the public recognition, and the rewards, so much around that. And I do feel like again, there just might be a situation here where you have a younger person that might be coming in, that might be the only little, it's not even a big energy, it's really minor arcana, but I do feel like that might be something that just kind of, you know, is sort of thrown into the mix here, that is in around this energy. So again, don't let it take you off course, because that is also a card of distraction with what I mentioned as a competing priority or competing energy for your attention, something like that, where you're throwing you off a little bit of balance, where you're at odds with somebody who's a younger person. Now we also get into the last 4 cards here, or last few cards. So we're also in this, I believe this is where you are. This is a creative outlet, creative person. This is definitely somebody who kind of mover shaker, really, you know, makes things happen. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius also coming in here as well, but somebody who really expresses themselves and knows how to get their opinions out. And I feel like sometimes it could also go to the other extreme, where somebody is, you know, really compassionate, draws a lot of energy, you know, and they're certainly very dramatic, and, you know, they charming in their own right, but definitely somebody who's quite talented. The other extreme of it, of course, would be that, you know, there's almost too much anger or aggression or something like that. But I don't feel like that is really the energy here, because it is followed up by the 9 of Pentacles. This is fantastic energy. Not only do you have the 9, you also have the 10 of Pentacles. This is, again, just a little bit further out. You are almost in that energy. And not only is it overlapping with the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles, but you are just about to complete something that is going to be life-changing for you. So again, there's something here around, you know, again, it's all earth energy. So this is really going to transform your world on a physical front. There is definitely something here that speaks to dramatic changes. As I said, it goes from the 9 to the 10, so that's financial security with the 10, definitely passing on knowledge, legacy, all of that with the 10. This is the 9, this is being successful, independent, self-employed, anything that, you know, really helps you to feel like you have made it in the world. So again, it could be a windfall of money of some sort, but I feel like that's not really the energy when I see so many cards of creativity and so many cards of the 8 of Pentacles really building it up. So I still feel like this is really hard work and energy. And the Chariot, it's somebody who has a destiny. It's somebody who has a purpose. They really want to bring something to the forefront here. So I feel like this is going to allow you to really enjoy the finer things in life, because that's what comes with this card. And again, it is final cards out here that speak to, you don't have to worry about money in the future here, or in the near future. You don't have to worry, because you are going through a huge transformative energy, and just know that is the main energy out in this reading. So you are in the process of transforming who you are. So who you were yesterday is not going to be who you are in the very near future here. So have faith. So whatever roller coaster rides you've been on, whatever those big events were that have really taken you off course, just know that you are working towards greater happiness at this point, and this is about big events in your life that are going to be secured. So again, there's something here that kind of speaks to, you know, whatever those challenges were that you had to confront, know that it was worth it. It was worth it. You're breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. You're in the process of becoming something self-made, and it ends up with you've got all the ultimate cards. And again, this is not the energy quite yet. The big energy is just the transformation, but you have definitely every single one of, or at least a lot of the main cards here that speaks to incredible success. The Empress is the ultimate. This is a mother figure here as well, but it's time to take action, give birth to your dreams, creative projects with very successful and abundance prosperity. So again, you're going to be blessed. Something is coming in. And I feel this is more on the physical side of things. Again, if it were the birth of a child, that kind of thing, I would see more around cups for me. But I feel like this is you starting to birth of an idea, birth of, excuse me, a business or something here that is going to bring about a fair amount of luxury. And this is nurturing energy, but it is also excellent health. Everything is improving. Everything's really changing. And again, I just feel like you can do amazing things in this time. Whatever's happening in September, you're going through the biggest transformation of your life that is going to make you something that you felt you weren't before, because every card, like I said, you've got the 9, you've got the 10, you're in the Queen. This is more receptive energy, but it does lead to the Empress being in ultimate control. You've got so many cards of balance out here, 2, 4, 8. 7 is considered more of a lucky number here as well, despite the fact that it's still you. The 7 of Wands does indicate, or 7 of Fire does indicate that you're still on top of things, still in control of the situation, and definitely still good things coming through, despite a little bit of rebellious kind of nature coming in from, a younger person that you might be dealing with. But all of your cards speak to the ultimate success. So again, it's further out because these are the clarifiers, but the main energy is that you are in transformation, and it is all working toward the Empress. So right now, the only big major clarifier I see out here was the transformation. And again, the other major was you as a person, a lot of indicator of a lot of creative expression. And there's definitely cards. Sorry, I was looking for my other main card out. Page of Cups. And again, dealing with somebody moody, water sign, in a relationship sort of situation. But there is some kind of a celebratory energy that's coming through here. But again, still a little bit of distance in around this Queen of Swords energy. But you are definitely moving forward to something that is going to be completely different from the world you are currently living in. Keep moving forward. Do not think you've wasted any time and energy on something that you obviously thought was going to be a waste of time. It wasn't. It's transformed you into something completely different. So keep moving forward.